Hi, everybody. Welcome to Digital Champions. I'm Charlene Shirk, your host, and this is where we get to speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the digital space. And I'm excited today. We have Mike Manion from Shelf Nine Retail Media Network. Mike, thanks so much for joining us today on Digital Champions.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
And you really have, you've really got a corner in a market space, and I can't wait for you to tell everybody about it. Tell us what Shelf Nine Retail Media Network does, and of course, tell us a little bit about that name.
Sure. Yeah, we create digital environments within grocery, liquor, and C-stores. Primarily grocery stores is our kind of focus for right now. And basically within those digital environments that we create, we send content to the screens to motivate and inspire the consumer, as well as communicate store offerings. And also we sell the advertising for brands that want to talk directly to those customers.
Used to be you wanted good shelf placement. Now it's apparently you want good shelf placement and you want good video placement in the store.
Exactly. And we also integrate everything from our screens to the shelf. So our programs drive consumers from the shelf as they visit the store. From the screens as they visit the store to the shelves to motivate purchase. The name Shelf Nine is very easy. It just comes from the fact that most grocery stores have between 6 and 8 shelves. And in order to grow revenue, we're Shelf Nine. So in order to kind of increase opportunities to put more products in the basket, that's where we come involved.
That's a great name. I love it. Now tell me, but how does a store even come to you with this problem? How do they know this is something that they even need? Are they seeing it in other competitors? Or is this something that you're reaching out to them and saying, hey, because this is all about digital marketing too and finding your target market, are you reaching out to them saying, hey, your competitor is doing this, you need to be doing it too?
A little bit of both. So on the retailers contacting us, a lot of this came out of the pandemic where retailers were looking for better ways to talk to consumers and without printing, without being able to greet them at the front door. So contactless communications. So where do they put the QR codes to tell the consumers to download the circular? Where do they put a communication to let them know about their app or their loyalty program? And that's the way that we're getting reached out to by the retailers. And then on our front, we are talking directly to a lot of independent chains. That's what we target. We target the small independent chains that do not usually get as much shopper marketing resources from the CPG brands. So we come in and provide them the service to digitize their stores and also the integrated programs to kind of attract the CPGs to advertise in their stores.
And you said this really picked up traction during COVID, this contactless communication, if you will. So where do you see this part of digital marketing, this part of the industry going in the next, say, 2 to 3 to 4, 5 years from now?
Well, I think two fronts. One, it's creating environments. It's not good enough just to put screens up and blast ads at everyone because that becomes nausea. And quite honestly, the consumer just gets tired of that. What we're trying to do is create environments that help use the digitalization of the store to help create a better environment, to motivate, to inspire. And then everything will lead to being able to connect that to as many touch points in the shopper journey as possible. How many times can you talk to them during their visit? Can you connect to the phone? Can you connect your screens to the shelves? And then on the back end, it's, the data tells you everything. How do you take all of that data and become a little more formulaic on who to advertise, when to advertise, and how to advertise in the future?
And has this broadened up an entire opportunity for more advertising within stores as well versus signage? I mean, now really running commercials and ads?
Yeah, we could be hyper-focused and we can put together integrated campaigns that can use a shorter window and let brands kind of stack up all of their different tactics in a strategy, let's say for a new product or for a reformulation of a product, and be way more effective to drive ROI, as opposed to doing bits and pieces over time. We can really kind of narrow that down, really engage a lot of consumers, pretty much all of the consumers during the shopping trip, and then kind of drive ROI from an exposure perspective in a shorter time frame.
Yeah, I walk in a store and you show me something delicious for dinner, odds are I'm buying it at that point. I hear you. I'm your perfect customer.
Yeah, and it's that's a big piece, and actually the prepared foods is becoming a bigger piece in the grocery business as well, and it's just being able to communicate all of the offerings of the grocery store to the consumer. That's very difficult just on that front, right? There's a lot of things within the stores that a lot of consumers pass by, and the stores want to let them know that we got fresh sushi, or we have a soup bar, or we have alcohol. Those are the kind of things that we can help the retailer communicate to their customer to increase the basket.
Mike, thanks so much. We've probably passed by those a million times and not even thought twice about it. Thanks so much for showing us who's behind the screen.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, Charlene. Thank you very much.
Oh, it was a pleasure having you here on Digital Champions. That was Mike Manion with Shelf 9 Retail Media Network. The next time you overspent the grocery store, you know who to blame. That means he's doing his job. And thanks so much for you out there for joining us on Digital Champions. And if you'd like to read more about Shelf 9 Retail Media Network or some of the great thinkers we've had on this show, you go to daily@brief.com, and we will see you next time.